Good morning. I've made the most of my free will and perks of being self-employed, and I've taken the day off. I had some cancellations, so I only had a couple, and at the end of the day I start my full-time job in like 2 weeks, and I will never be able to control my working hours as such again. So I'm taking the day off, and I'm going to construct the birthday present for Ben's nephews. I think Nugget's trying to get out. Hey Nuggie. Come on then. All the way. I don't want people to see how untidy that room is. Good boy. So I bought them. We bought them. I chose it, we brought them. A sand and water table. Got it from Argos. It was £40. The day I actually went to buy it, it was £35. I did a click and collect and got it from Shepperton Sainsbury's. So it looks fairly easy, and I think I'm able to do it. I really love flat packs. I find them like a giant puzzle. I find them so satisfying. So yeah, I thought I would do it, and I don't know, might help someone with when they're making one, or it might go terribly wrong and it could be entertaining. I doubt it, because I'm very good at flat packs. So there, take a seat a bit further back. Don't want you that close. Now can I see myself because it's gone dark? So I already started on step 1, which is putting this side bit together. The instructions so far, obviously I'm literally on step 1, are fairly self-explanatory, like fairly easy to understand. These screws actually come with an Allen key. So I'm just screwing them through a little bit so that I can line the holes up, both screws, with where they have to go. And then using the Allen key provided, last year, so they always have a joint birthday party. Their birthdays are about a month apart. They are turning, I don't want to get this wrong. 3, they're turning 3 and maybe 5, 4? I should know, shouldn't I? Last year we got them a paddling pool. It was really cool. It had like dinosaurs, a slip and slide, and we just gave them a box, because obviously like the box it comes in, like wrapped it and stuff. They were so not interested because they didn't know what it was. So that's why this year I didn't just want to give them a box. I wanted to, they have such a nice garden, they're very lucky. So they've got lots of nice garden space. So it's why we like getting them stuff for the garden. They're really like outdoorsy children as well. And I didn't just want to give them a box, that's why I want to build it. But once it's built, we've then got to figure out how we're getting it over there. And we're gonna get some sand as well, so that it can be like fully set up to use with their friends at their party. What I like is when you're not using it as sand and water table, you can put the lid on and it's just a little picnic table. So I thought that would be quite good for like their little friends when they're around. It was between this and a seesaw. I was looking at different seesaws for them, but I decided that a seesaw cannot be used when there's one child home alone. Like, if they just wanted to play by themselves, they can't play on a seesaw. So I felt like this could be played like just by one child, but equally, if there's other children around, they're really friendly with their next door neighbour and they have a child, so they spend a lot of time together. And I have images of them being on a seesaw and leaving one of the children out. And I just thought that would be a bit cruel. Maybe it comes from being a third child, knowing the pain of being left out when you're the smallest. I'm joking, my brother and sister were very good to me and always included me in their games. But this means that at least 4 children, I reckon, if not more, could sit comfortably around this and play. So that was the idea. There's one strap done, that side panel. I'm going to do the other. So the wood all has like numbers on the side. I've done something wrong. I've done something wrong because this isn't lining up. I went at it too cocky. That's upside down. No. Yes. No. Yes, no, yes. Grinch reference. Okay, let's retrace some steps. Oh, I was just a bit too cocky. I can't see what the problem could be, in all honesty. I don't know if it's going to make a difference, but I'm going to do like this one before doing that one and seeing if that helps. Okay, so maybe it makes a difference to do like 1 and then 1, so that the lines, so that the holes like line up. It's always worrying when there's a screw left over. Said there should have been 16. I think we just got an extra. 2, 4, 6, 8, 2, 10, 12, 14, 16. We just got an extra screw. I suppose I could always give that to my brother-in-law as a spare. Like, I'm wondering, will this need some sort of varnish? Like, I'm sure Ben could probably answer that. But I don't know if this wood is treated or if it could, I don't know, potentially weather because it's not treated. Like, what could be fun is to like paint it some different colours and stuff. Okay, on to the next step. The bottom half of the page is our next step. So what are we saying? We need a whiz. So it's the 40 centimetre screws, which without measuring, there are 25 centimetres screws, 35, not centimetres, millimetres, 35 and 40, so the biggest. Smallest, medium, biggest. And I need 8 of them. And these top panels. Oh, there's not pre-drilled holes in this bit. That makes me a bit nervous. That makes me extremely nervous. There's like pre-holes here, but not on the top. Okay, these struts are on the inside of the table. Let me just check this screw head fits. Yeah. There's a curved edge to these tops. So I'm going with the fact that that's going to face outwards. I'm not sure how I feel about this. So, looking at the instructions, it's like right on the edge, and looking at the picture, this makes me so nervous. Right on the edge there, screw holes in the middle of here. Do you think that's a thing? I'm just going to leave that balance there actually while I do this one. Do you think I should have like lined it all up first to see that that was enough space? Too late. mean, no screws have come out the sides or the bottom. So that's got to be a good sign. I am now going to level it up and see. Just skipping ahead, I'm taking a guess that this is the middle. Yay! It looks about right. Okay. On to the next bit then, let's move down. Just making sure like the holes are like dead in the middle of the wood I'm screwing them into. And then just like by touch, making sure that the wood is level on the edge too. Perfect. Now let's hope that the other side goes as well. I don't know if you can see me. Like in the middle with this bit of wood, and then by touch level with that bit. The top done. And then there's like a support beam. I'm guessing it's this. D3397. Risky business again because there's no pre-drilled holes on this. There is on here. So I can guide where I'm going there. And it fits like lengthwise level to each beam, so getting it there and then making sure it's centre. It's the same screws as before. Un. Deux, trois, quatre. That is as much French as I left school knowing. That's as far as my French abilities go. Counting to 4. Literally found French so pointless at school. Like learning how to say I lived in a semi-detached house, like that was going to benefit me if ever I went there. then unsurprisingly, I dropped a language and studying a language, and I did woodwork at school. I can't even remember what we made. We made like a key ring. I say woodwork, it was, I think it was called resistant materials. I made garden tools actually, like a trowel and a fork. I don't know how difficult this would have been if not for the whiz, because without there being like pre-drilled holes, I wonder if it says to use one of these, because honestly without there being holes in like this support beam, I don't know how I would have got a screw in with just a screwdriver. Ben happened to leave this behind today. Actually, I hope it doesn't run out of batteries. Just going to see if it says on the box. I wonder if on the website where I got it, yeah. I wonder if on the website where I got it, Argos, it suggests having a whiz, because I generally think that would have been quite difficult without one. So we're on to step 4. It's this one, and we are going to screw the seats. Again, it's like, I'm guessing by the instructions, it's literally using, let's go that way, because that's a bigger hole for the screw head, your eye to kind of get it central with the beam below. I mean, you could probably be pedantic enough to measure the endings, but... And for this one, I'm guessing it's the 40 screws again. Yeah, 40 screws again. That was horrid. I bet Nugget didn't like that noise. I don't know where he is, but he would have hated that. So far, value for money. 40 quid's not bad, is it? Like, personally, I'd much rather a wooden structure than I would plastic. I know obviously plastic's easier to clean, not only from like the eco-warrior side of me, but from a point of view for like the children, like I just feel obviously it's a lot more holistic to have wooden toys than plastic. Like I don't know, it gives something more to it, and I think for the look of their garden as well, it's going to look really nice being wood. I nearly just did like the other one off camera, but you have to kind of like pull it to be central. Obviously I'm going to need both hands to do this, but it needs to be like pulled tight to make those screw holes central. Does that make sense? Like I've already done one screw this side, a bit like not quite finished it off, because I wanted to make sure I could get this one correct before screwing them all the way in. On to step 5, which is building the boxes to go inside the table for the sand and water. So I've just split the panels up into 3 sections of size. There's like a large, medium and small to make the box panels. So I need to do it twice, and they obviously need, so then it's 4 because it's 2 and then 2 again, 2 and then 2 again. So taking a guess, it's going to be the small ones and the big ones because there's 4 of them. But I am just going to double check. 4 and 4 of the smallest and the biggest. There's 4 and 4, and then there's 8 of the middle-sized paneling. So then it's a big one, and 2 small ones. Screw holes at the top, these holes at the top, and then screws in that way. It's the 35 size screws, so the middle size, because there was 25, 35 and 40. So I need 35, which is the size, the middle sized ones. And then it's a matter of screwing it in to make a right angle here. So again, just making sure that these screw holes are going to be facing like the same way up as these screw holes. So like say they're both at the top of that bit of wood. So like obviously you don't screw it that way, otherwise it will be wrong. There's something about this sort of work and the sound of a drill that just screams cup of tea, doesn't it? Or is that really English of me to say that? Also shout out to my biggest YouTube fan, my dad Vid, who got me this mug for my birthday. Hi Dad Vid, thank you for watching every single one of my videos and being my top supporter. I love you. I think he's going to be proud of this video. Going to be very impressed with my skills. Like when people say even if they just make their videos for like one person, that's me making them for my dad. Because even if it's just one person watching and it's just him, I know that he enjoys them, so it makes them worth doing. There, solid box. Screw holes both at the top. And to save some time on this video and time editing, let's just do a magic trick of ka-pow, ka-chow. Just like that. Magic. So now we fit the, was these the smallest ones? These were the medium size, weren't they? Panels. Like so. With the holes being at the bottom. Here's the holes. These panels are going to go on the top. 4 a piece. I think if I had the guts to use like a saw power tool to cut wood up, I honestly think I'd be unstoppable. Because I have so many like visions in my head how things could go together. And I feel like I can put the pieces together. I could put the wood where the wood needs to go if I had the screws. Speaking of screws, it's now the smallest screws. It's now the 25 screws, 25mm screws. I'd be unstoppable, honestly. But saws terrify me. That I would end up cutting something off, like myself, cutting a finger. But otherwise, like, I suppose it's a good job that I married a carpenter who can chop wood. Just how much wood can he chop is the question. Just making sure that like that wood is obviously level with the edges here and the end. I'm going to do the two ends and then I'm going to fit these two ones in the middle once I've done the two end ones, if that makes sense, so that like I can try and give equal gap between. Oh, how satisfying. I didn't even mean to, but all the numbers are on the edge here. Very satisfying. Now this is like what the sand and water is going to go in. It goes inside the table. So again, we need two. So perhaps for easiness, a little bit of magic again. Of maybe if we kapow. So like this screw is a little bit hard to get in. It's because there's a knot there. So it couldn't really be avoided that was a little bit difficult. But it went in, it just needed an extra push. Holes at the top, the same as the other one. So now they have to like go into the table. So I think this is going to be a bit cack-handed. I think I've made a mistake because I now need some 40 screws and I only had one left. There was 28 40 screws to start with and we used 8. We used 8 to put the top table on. No, that was different. So we used 8 to put the top table on. And then that support beam took 4. Then the seat used another 8. And I should have been left with 8. But I wasn't. I was only left with 1. And I haven't, because it was 35 that went in the side of these boxes. I mean, that's not great, is it? So, I mean, for our sake, Ben probably has 40mm screws somewhere. So it'll be fine. I can carry on probably today. But for someone else's sake who may have been making this table and didn't have 40mm screws to hand, what would they do? Like they'd just have to, I don't even know, like get back to the people to order it. Like there's definitely none. Like I feel like if I watched the video back, then I said, oh look, we've got one No, that was the other screws, but still, literally I've got one 40mm screw in this bag. And that is it. I'll be back. There's a whole bag of screws. It must have been a 35 that I had a spare of. Silly me. I'm not really sure how easy this is going to be with one person, or how difficult, should I say. Okay, you have to go from underneath. Oh, that's really satisfying. I'm honestly very impressed with how this is made. Like how this is, like the quality of material and the way it's going together. I'm very impressed. So the screws go from like the inside out. So again, just with my hand, I'm just making sure that that's kind of central. I'm going to pull the screws in here. I'm going to go for the middle structure first. I'm not convinced that the screws aren't going to hit each other when I put the other side in. Because surely they're going to line up to be in the same place, but... Okay, so I started off with that screw because it was easier from my angle. I've done one here, so now I'm just going to do these other two. Do you see what I mean? Like, there's a screw in here, and I'm about to put a screw here at the exact same height. I have a... That must be like perfect to not hit each other. They literally must end tip on tip. But for the sake of easiness, let's just do the other side like This is so good. I love it. I think it's really cute. I'm really happy with it. So it comes with like this little lining for the water part of it. And we just need to screw it to the side with some washers. Again, no pre-made holes, so it's like a washer and then a screw. Let's see how we get on. There's something smells really nice. I don't know if it's the wood or this plastic. Something smells glorious. So I think I'm best off starting with the corner here. I'm going to repeat the same with the other corners, and I'm hoping that will kind of hold everything in place for me to do the ones in the middle. This is the most fiddly bit yet. I've done all the corners, so I'm just going to do the holes in the middles now. That's all done. Honestly, I'm really impressed with how this is put together. I mean, I feel like if that got rusty or worn or torn, you could literally just get like a little plastic container to fit in there to replace that. This is the sound side, and it's literally just got felt to be put down in it. Personally, if I knew that's how it was going to go, I think I would have rather put the felt before screwing these bits of basswood in, and then it would have held the felt in place. Okay, potentially would have torn at some point, but I think maybe that would have been a bit better. Obviously when we get the sound it will hold it in place too. No, I really do just think it would have been much better tucked under this wood here. With the last 5% of my camera, to show you the finished product. Oh my god, imagine if this didn't fit now. I'm so happy with that. I'm going to give the instructions and the spare bits to my brother-in-law in case he needs them. But I'm chuffed. I think that looks so good. Okay, so hopefully now I'll show you some footage of the kids with it.
Oh, fine, okay.
No, it's okay. No, we can show them after, can't we?
Go on then, go out there. Go out there. Go out.
Leo, look!
Come on, look.
Sebby, look!
Ready? Come on. Look.
Ta-da!
Oh, look. Wow, and look. So if you sit on it, sit like you're at nursery. Sit on the bench.
I love it.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Great.
Sebby,
Like
look!
it's got, you can play with sand.
Wow.
Sand, look, they got you some sand. And what's this water bit?
Yeah.
Sand and water.
So unimpressed.
Good choice, Catherine. Play,
Oh yeah.
play sound. That's proper play sound.